What's up, guys? Boogie back again. Guys, I really appreciate you guys for supporting your boy. So please like the video, subscribe, bro, to 10,000 subscribers. You see the title, you see the video. So let's get into it, man. Let's cook. Let's go.
Is to get rid of these feminism movements. As long as we have these feminism movements that support women and hold women up and worship women is going to keep being like this. Us as women need to come together and drop these movements. These
Yes,
movements are meant to
dismantle it.
destroy the masculine man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I
we can
agree.
I
start
would
doing
like
that
to
by isolating, cutting off.
say something.
These women do our hair. We buy food from them. They watch our kids. We have to cut these relationships off, professional
Cut them
wise
off.
and friendly wise. That way, people feel the pressure when they're left to face with nobody but the person in the mirror. It's not effective to all, but it can hit a number of people when they realize, whoa, when I do grimy shit, and I thought the people who love me was gonna love me through my grimy shit. No, we can't because we gonna mess up our own selves, our own psyches, our own reputations, and our own relationships with ourselves. So, bitch, if I can't punch you in the face, if we can't do this or that and the third, I just gotta cut you off. So now when you got good news, you can't share it with nobody because we cut you off. So
So
that
there's two different levels, in my opinion. I feel like I hold all my friends accountable, men and women. I'm always going to be on the phone. They don't never really want to bring me their issues because I'm going to be like, well, what did they think, or what did you do to contribute to the situation? Like, I'm always asking those questions every time someone comes to me with an issue. But the issue comes when you start judging general situations that you guys don't have any, you don't understand the context of what's going on. So that's what I step up, and I'm going to defend people because you have no idea what certain people's situation is or why they did what they did if you're from the outside looking in. And in that situation, you don't have room to judge. However, I do agree that those who try to accuse people of wrongdoing and they are found to be lying, that they should get, some type of accountability. They should get a fine. They should get jail time. If
prison.
you are proven to have been lying on someone, absolutely you should be held accountable. However, it is habitual in our society that victims have not been believed. And so I think it's more better. I think it's better to be more open to hear what victims have to say. And if somebody says they're lying, I mean, someone who's guilty is also going to say they're lying. So there has to be proof that someone is lying. But I think most people are not going to lie. There are definitely some, but most people are not going to lie about being
How do you know?
attacked or hurt.
How do
Most
you know?
people are
But
not.
the
Said
problem
it
There
was-
are those
the
that
problem
do.
come in. Yeah, but the problem come in is when you make a claim that somebody did something to you. It's this big movement of women. All of these women of different races, everybody, different beliefs. Everybody's coming together to stick behind that woman. But the moment we find out she lying, there's no parade. There's no movement.
And
There's no.
she gets
Yeah, nobody comes out. A man is gonna lose his money. He's gonna lose his job. These athletes lose endorsement deals. But when the case goes away and they find out the woman is lying, women don't come back to be like, yes, she was lying. When she was lying, every woman said, believe all women. But as soon as they find out she's lying, they all disappear. You know what I mean? Nobody comes back to be like, okay, she was lying. She should pay him for all the money he has lost. So many men's lives have been devastated. Men have lost money. Men have lost jobs. Because remember, as a man, as soon as you get, you know, accused of something, you are guilty until proven innocent when it comes to a man, right? So by the time they find out you are innocent, it's too late.
some
That's
type of
right. It's because it's
repercussion.
shame.
Absolutely.
Yep.
There's
nothing
shame. That's
so-
why it's a.
No, it's just
Y'all not even
Look,
paying attention to what half of y'all are saying.
Where are we as women after we found out? Just like the brick lady, after we found out she was
she was
lying,
lying.
why didn't we make a movement as women to shut that
Exactly.
shit down so women could never move the way she was moving, the way she did again? How she accused a black man of hitting her with a brick just for attention and if some financial gain. We was all in on it, and I think all the women, y'all was
Yeah.
all in on it,
Believe all
all on the
women.
internet, woman power, and we gotta stick together and all of this other stuff. When y'all thought that she was telling the truth, the moment it came all out, and it was like this girl lying. This was an allergic reaction she had
But
or
was it
whatever.
proved that she was lying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she was lying. She's in jail. Actually, as at the recording of this video, that brick lady woman, she's in jail right now, but she's not in jail for lying on a man. She's in jail for lying to people and people who gave her money through GoFundMe. So she's in jail because of that. She's not in jail because of lying on a man. So until women who lie on men go in jail for lying on men and do jail time, until then, it's gonna keep continuing.
Yes.
percent
Nobody,
proved?
Yes.
yes, nobody
I
came
didn't.
together.
I
All
just.
the women
I
was
didn't hear that was
look,
100% proved.
all the women were quiet. Nobody was saying anything. Nobody, even the woman, y'all didn't even say I apologize to you men
Mhm.
for saying the things that I was saying to y'all, because we thought she was telling the truth. Y'all just moved on. And
Like
that's not
nothing
right.
happened.
We have to come together as women and start holding these women accountable that's lying and just like doing this outrageous stuff to demonize men. Because at the end of the day, I feel like y'all just trying to wipe out men. And
That's
once y'all
true.
do
Yeah.
that, like y'all gonna regret it because y'all will never
Yeah.
survive on this planet without a man.
That's right,
Facts.
Ava. Yeah.
Listen, y'all didn't even hear what some of y'all was saying. This girl, this trigger chick, said the onus should be to prove that a person is lying.
I know. I heard that too. But you
That's
know what she
crazy.
meant to say, right? I'm trying to help you.
What do you
Nah,
mean
she
we
said
know
what
what
she
she meant
said.
to say?
No.
She said what she said, and that's what she believes. And it's not even just her. So many women think the way she thinks. That, you know what? If a woman comes out and accuses a man, we should just believe her, even if there's no evidence. But the mere fact that it's a woman saying a man did some shit to her, we should just believe her.
That's what she meant. She said it
I'm just
before.
trying to. I'm
No,
just
she said it
trying to-
before. She meant that.
Oh, there you did. Why you say that, Trigger?
It's supposed to be you have to
Innocent.
prove somebody is guilty.
Mm-hmm.
It's innocent
Until
until
proven guilty.
proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you feel that way about Joy?
What do you mean? Do I feel that way about Joy?
I mean,
Oh, damn, Jazz.
I don't give a fuck about if Joy is sleeping her way to the top. I don't have a
No.
problem with it.
What
My
I'm saying
problem
is that these accusations,
is the
because it's
allegation.
allegations
Good question,
and
John.
accusations, we don't know if it's true. I'm just saying, is that also
No,
true?
no, no, no. What I
Is he
did
also
in the
innocent
first
until
segment was
guilty?
hold y'all accountable for the inconsistency, and that all last year we had allegations against men, and y'all said believe all women, and y'all demonized them and said that they was guilty before anything ever happened in court and before any evidence was presented. And so I
Okay.
flipped that around and I said, why are y'all not putting that same type of energy against the accusations of a woman such as Joy Taylor? That was the conversation. And then
Yeah, so what he's basically saying, when a man gets accused by a woman, women believe the woman right away without evidence, right? But when it comes to a situation where a man accuses a woman of abusing him, of doing something bad to him, they don't believe the man right away. They actually, most times, they abuse the guy. They insult him. Oh, you're gay. How dare you sue a woman? You're not a man. How you're feminine. How can you sue a woman? She's just a woman. She made a mistake. What did you do for her to do something to you? But when it's the other way around, it's a man's fault. But even when a man is being abused, it's still his fault. So it's like a man can never win.
at the end said, I don't really give a fuck who sleep with who, as long as she's not premeditating false allegations against a man in order to save herself. So that don't have nothing to do with what I'm saying right now. My point is that it is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
That's it.
It's still staying.
Right.
So you
It's
can't.
innocent
But people
until
in
proven
power
guilty, not
and men
guilty
in
until proven
general.
innocent. What the fuck is she talking over me for? And I just sat here and was listening to y'all talk all this time. I was patient.
iPod.
I was
I thought
literally
you were
patient and I was just listening to y'all. Look, man,
Sorry.
at the end of the day, and I say this every single time, and I'm gonna be consistent again. Y'all gotta save yourselves, guys. If you waiting
Yep.
for a woman to come and advocate for you, and they say that they always supporting black men and they hold
They
black
don't.
men down, and they don't give a fuck about you, bro.
That's
It
true.
ain't not one woman that I seen bring up an innocence project. It ain't not one woman that came back and said, "Hey man, look at what this woman did to y'all. We on y'all side." They don't even like each other. The same thing that they project against men is the thing that they really project against themselves. When a woman stands up for a man, and this is how you know you on your own, the greatest thing that you'll ever hear is the fact that you're gonna have to save yourself, dog. If a woman supports a man, they say, "Why you agreeing with him?"
Facts.
They did it to Molly earlier.
Yep.
If a
They don't like women supporting men. In fact, you will find that if you ever find a woman who supports a man, I can guarantee you she doesn't have more than 5 female friends. And she's vocal because some women support men, but because they have feminist friends, they're not vocal about it because they don't want to lose those friendships. But if you find a woman who supports men, who says positive things about men, and tries even to hold other women accountable, majority of the time, other women don't want to be friends with her. You know why? Because she's always giving them the mirror. She's always trying to hold them accountable. She's always being positive. And they're feminists. They hate men. I mean, they hate men when it benefits them, and they like men when it benefits them, especially when it comes to paying bills. But you get what I'm saying, right? So if you find a woman and she has 2, maybe 3 female friends, either she's just a bitch or she likes men and says positive things about men, so other women don't like her.
woman agrees with a man, no matter how right he is, they gonna call her a pick me.
Facts.
They gonna call her out of her name. They gonna disrespect. They gonna disrespect a woman more than they would disrespect a guy that they don't even like.
That's facts.
Well,
You on
these
your
the same
own,
people that
dog.
felt like-
Listen, they could say all of this shit, and I love the conversations. It's cute. It's so cute. But in the real world, it ain't not one woman that's gonna come to your aid, bro. They don't
That's
give a
true,
fuck
man.
about you. You on your own.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
especially if you're a black
Remember
man.
that shit. Remember that shit. The biggest enemy that you probably have, not me, you. The biggest enemy that you probably have is the person that's sleeping next to you. Is the minute that she decide that she don't like you no more, boy, she gonna take you to family court and kick your ass. She might even throw a false accusation on your ass.
I agree, man. Until you've been through some shit with a woman you call your wife or girlfriend, or partner, whatever you want to call it. Until you've been through some tough times and she's been there for you. I mean, until you've committed a crime and she's literally hiding you and she bails you out. Until moments like that, man, you don't know the type of woman you have because you only know her through the good times, right? Until you need $1,000, you need $5,000. You need your car fixed, something like you need to be in a tough situation where your woman is going to show up. Until that time, I'm telling you right now, you can't say she's a loyal woman. You feel me? You need to be down bad and then she shows up, and then you can say, you know what, my woman is a real one. But shout out to Anton Daniels, man. So guys, you're on your own, man. All right, let's go to the next video. Let's go to Fadi and Ilkan Ali. So let's go.
If you already live this lifestyle, if you already go to these restaurants, you are not tricking because you got it. You are not tricking because you
No,
Damien, before you open your mouth, Damien, before you open your mouth, Damien, before you
putting
open your mouth, what you are saying,
disingenuous
Damien,
statement
what
you're
you are
making right
saying,
now.
Cutting off
Damien,
anybody. Now you
Damien,
cutting off
what you
people.
are saying is literally, if that man already lives a lifestyle and
Exactly.
he spends money on this woman by bringing her to his lifestyle, what Ali's saying is still a trick. He's still
Still
spending
tricking.
money to bring her to his lifestyle, and you say no because you are bringing to the lifestyle. Isn't that the same thing as saying it ain't tricking if you got it?
No, that is not saying it ain't tricking if you got it, because tricking, what that statement refers to, who cares if you give her money, because only people who ain't got money worry about how much money you're giving to a chick. That is ain't tricking if you got it. What I'm saying is,
a question.
yes, let me get the statement out, because
Yeah,
I don't know
Hey,
what to
JB,
tell that again,
you
brother.
respond right to him, my brother.
Okay,
When he
what you call it? All I'm
All
saying is what I'm saying is it's tricking, and I've said this will be the 4th time I said it. If you are not in control of where you got and you're not getting the value, you're not extracting the value that you want for the money that you're putting out. If the value that you want is sex, then you get sex. If the value you want is good company and good conversation, then you're getting the value that you want. You dictate the value of what you get by when you spend your money. Tricking is if you let somebody else dictate the value they're going to give you for the money.
I agree honestly. Like if I spend $1 million on a woman, and I don't know, maybe I want her to have my baby, maybe I want to clap cheeks or something. And to me, $1 million is what it is. Another man may look at it like I'm tricking because, he got it for free 2 years ago. But at that point, if for me $1 million is okay, it's not tricking, honestly, because at the end of the day, every man pays somewhere, somehow, whether you use money or use time, you use your mading dong, whatever it is, every man pays. But I actually agree with him, and I always disagree with this guy.
So you get that is not tricking. So if I'm a rich 60-year-old and I'm tricking on the 22-year-old and she's getting all my money and traveling bags, I'm not tricking. That's not
Yeah,
tricking,
but what are you
even
getting?
though I'm getting what I want with your sex.
Oh my God.
I mean, if that's what you want, you're not tricking. It's an exchange, right?
No, the answer. Am I tricking if I'm
I'm gonna find a Portuguese language app so you can understand what I'm saying.
No.
I'm saying
no. We're not going to do that.
Let me find one.
You are going to answer the question straight, sir. Okay, I'm going to repeat it very slowly because it seems like you're dancing a lot today. If I'm a 60-year-old man and I have a bunch of money, and that is 20-year-old woman, and I'm spending money on her, paying her rent, giving her bags, paying trips and all that, and I'm getting what I want, which is sex in return. Am I tricking or not? Answer the question.
You are not tricking to you. Now, to Boogie, to me, I may look at it like tricking, because I'll be like, man, why are you spending rent and money on this girl when she gave it to another man for free? To me, it may look like you're tricking, right? Because it's my point of view. But to you, maybe you got the money, or maybe you like to treat women like that, or maybe that's how you are raised. You are raised that to get chicks from a woman, you have to pay her rent. So it depends which point of view.
In fact, a tricking on this woman. But there's a difference between doing it in a way where you get an equal value exchange from it, and then somebody, all right, let's just say this. The disrespect comes if, for example, you're the 60-year-old man taking on trips and whatever, and you're like, ooh, at some point she's going to give it to me, so I know I'll just keep spending this money on her, and hopefully she'll give it to me. That's when that's the trick. That is the what you call it.
Okay. No. Damien, you are not listening to Damien. I don't know what's happening with you. You are not listening.
Don't do that. You acting like you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Damien, you're getting old. Listen to your words.
Okay,
if the man is not getting what he wants, is a trick. We agree. You are spending a bunch of money on this woman, and she's not giving you nothing in return. Okay, you are a trick. Now we're going to get with the man that is getting. Let's go with the Hugh Hefner, a man that is older in age, drinking all these playmates, getting him a bunch of money, all these things, apartments, yachts, all that, but he's getting coochie in return.
I mean, a man doesn't have to be old to be a trick. You may find a man who's just 18, 19, 20. If he has money, a bunch of money, and he wants to spend it on a woman, he could be called a trick too. I don't think now, obviously, usually it's the rich guy, it's the older guys, because older men usually have more money because they've been working longer, so they're gonna tend to spend more than the average guy because they got more money. So that's why the young guys are usually the ones calling the old guys the tricks. But as I'm getting older, I'm just looking at it like they're trying to get to what they want faster. They don't want to have to jump through hoops.
Is that man a trick?
Okay. Will you cut me off if I say more than yes?
You have to say what you said to Ali.
Say yes. I'll give the answer first. I'll give the answer first, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'll tell you the difference. You guys are trying to conflate it with any man doing that, but there's a difference between a 60-year-old man going after a 24-year-old man and somebody dating somebody of comparable age. If I'm 34 and she's 34, what have you, and then there's a difference.
You can still be a trick.
Hold on, because and I'll tell you what the difference is. I'll tell you what the difference is. Because I know you're gonna ask. The difference is she may have not giving it up you the buns without the other stuff. The 34-year-olds who are 34, she may have given you without you spending a dime. So
That's
that's
true.
the difference. It's like you are ensuring the outcome of somebody who would have never given you that outcome in the first place.
So you are telling me there's no 35-year-old tricks that have so much money that they throw it away to get some cooch from woman. You are telling me
Absolutely.
that. So what are you? So hey Damien, this is going to be clipped.
Yeah, Fadi's not getting it. Fadi is saying, Fadi thinks every man who spends money on a woman is a trick. But the difference is every man spends money in some way. If it's not gonna be money, every man pays in some way. It may be money, it may be time, it may be dick, it may be something, attention. I don't care. It may be weed, but at some point, every man pays. So I think that's where Fadi has an issue.
Because you are dancing, brother. Go, hey, JB, go and
Maybe go ahead and ask me a question.
First, he says if you don't get sex,
maybe he's got a question for me.
You are a trick. If you're old, you're a trick. But if you're young, you can be a trick too. Tricking is just spending money on. Just tricking is just spending money on.
Every man can be a trick.
He kind of
Or can be seen
answered
as
it
a
at the
trick.
same time. But do you feel like spending money on a woman? Do you feel like it's determined about how much control you might have in the situation?
I depend
Or
on
like how
what
much she does for you.
I depend. It's not necessarily control of the situation, what she does for you. It's what you deem is the equal value for the money that you spend. You know, some people might say, hey, your company is enough for me to drop a couple $100 on you, what have you. I don't feel like that guy is necessarily tricking because he's getting the value. He's extracting the value that he wants out of the situation.
Well, that's why I will say this. I think it's going to be different. It's kind of like two sides to every guy. You know, you're going to have some guys who feel like it might be tricking, but at the same time, you're going to feel like it's some guys who are out there feeling like if a woman is doing the things that he asks of her, that it's okay for him to bring her into his lifestyle. You know, that he's probably going to provide for her. A lot of guys feel like, you know what, if this woman is, you know, doing everything I ask her to do, I'm going to bring her under my wing. I'm going to take care of her. But then you have some who feel like they just going to get the resources and just do what they do. It is what it is. We both two adults. So really, it's still going to depend on, you know, each guy out there.
Yeah, no, but JB, it sounds like you agree with what I'm saying.
No, because
yeah, JB agrees. It depends. It depends man to man. I may spend $1,000, but because Fadi thinks that me spending $1,000 is tricking, he's gonna call me a trick. Because guys, remember, the men who spend money never look at themselves as tricks. They look at themselves as he's treating a woman because he's getting something in return. Now, the guys who don't get nothing in return are there too, right? But most cases, people who call men tricks are the ones who feel those men are spending more than they should be spending.
The problem then is that you're flip-flopping.
Dude, hold on a second. Take the personal shit, your personal opinion about me. Listen to the message. Don't worry about me, what I'm saying. It's obvious. I could say
what is your message?
Yeah, like I said,
I'm gonna say. Let me clarify this.
He done said it for 50.
Ali, what is your message exactly? Oh, Damien, what is your?
Because I came in late, so I'm curious.
Let's see. Hey, Ali, and I apologize, brother. What is your? Well, let's forget this is not Damien. What is your?
I got it. I got the point.
All right.
I got it
right. All right. Hold on. I got a perfect way to pray. Let's ask people that aren't Ali or Fatty.
No. What is your message? Give us your
I'll tell you. I just want to make sure. Okay, my message is this. My message is, young men out there, if you're going to put out resources in the dating world, make sure that you are getting the value, you are in control of the value you're trying to extract out of the situation that you're putting money out. I
agree.
Okay. So, because if you let the woman determine the value she's going to give you for what you're putting out, you, my brother, may be a trick. So watch yourself. Don't get caught up in the trick bag. Say, I'm going to extract this kind of result, and that's why I'm comfortable spending the money I'm spending.
I agree, man to man, man. If you feel she's worth $5,000, then I guess pay the $5,000. If I feel she's worth $50, or if I feel she's worth a 444, that's my deal. I mean, honestly, if we're gonna be honest, now it's different if a man spends $5,000 and he doesn't get what he wants. Now we're gonna talk, my brother. Now you're tricking or you're simping, whatever you want to call it.
Now, I'm gonna ask JB. He seems like a real logical person with no emotional animosity toward me. JB, did you understand what I was saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I still think it's a premise that guys probably should follow a certain type of blueprint. Don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, if you got the money, you probably could spend excess. But at the same time, I think it has to be like a mindset that needs to be set in the mind of a guy to make sure that he don't get played. You feel me? Because
I
you just
agree.
really don't know sometimes when you just
Yeah.
dishing out the most. So I think it still needs to be a blueprint that guys should follow. But at the same time, it's still gonna be different, guy to guy.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I mean, guys are going to trick because they want to separate themselves from other guys. That's
Yeah.
the way it is. Like, and that's the thing that men, and
Yeah.
that's when I bring it on, put it back on men. I'm like, if there's a girl, if there's an attractive woman and two men, and one woman is, and the man is like, ooh, I'm just gonna go up there, talk to her, be a nice guy, and what have you. And another dude says, oh my God, I can't compete with that guy, so let me go ahead and spend money or whatever like that to try to separate myself.
I don't agree with that.
No, I know. I don't
Yeah.
agree with that either. I said, but
Yeah.
that's what it exists. So I'm saying the
Mm.
problem is men need to kind of reel that back in. I think men need to be in control of that mentality that I'm going to outspend the next guy to seem valuable.
And this is why you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, can
AJ, if
Say
Ali
it.
spent $1 million on a woman,
Yeah.
bought in an apartment just to have sex with her, and he meet the goals, is he a trick?
I would say yeah.
Probably not. No. Not exactly, because if Ali is a billionaire, then it's different. Like the money Elon Musk spends on women is not the money I'm gonna spend on a woman. That's why if you get some women who date millionaires or billionaires, when they come back to Boogie, they still expect Boogie to treat them the way Elon Musk was treating them. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm never gonna call Elon Musk a trick because he spent $1 million on a girl. Never. Like I don't. How can I start that conversation? He has so much money. That's nothing to him, right? Now, if he spends $1 million and he doesn't get what he wants, because let's be honest, all men who spend money on women, they want something in return. It's a relationship. That's literally the definition of a relationship. It's a transaction. You get something, you give something, right? So if he doesn't get anything, now we can call him a trick or something, or simpy, whatever you want to call him.
What this man been doing is talking by the both side of his mouth. First he
I
says,
don't know what you're talking
you are a trick if you don't control the situation and you don't
Yes.
get your goals. But if my goals is to get coochie and I still have to pay money to her, I'm officially a trick, because
'Cause the-
trick is not about the
No, you're
result.
not.
Trick is about you spending money to get woman.
And the
There's no
problem,
trick part.
the problem when you spend that M, you overinflate the value. Because I'm gonna be honest, pussy is still pretty common at the same time. Even though we can say some women are a little bit rarer than others, it's still pretty common. So when you have the guys doing that, now you overinflate that value. Now you end up looking like the trick in the end.
It's just a marketplace, right? Because the men who have the money, like if I spend $1,000 on a woman, right, and then the guy who makes more money than me doesn't care to spend $1,000 too, he's never gonna call me a trick. So even if she's done dating me and then she goes to the next man who has more money than me, if he's going to spend $5,000 on her, he's never gonna call me a trick. It's usually the man not willing to spend the money calling the next man a trick. I actually disagree with it. I agree with Damien right here.
I
That's
think
what
like
he's saying spend money to have control. Don't spend money if you don't have control. It has nothing to do with what she does.
Please
for
don't
you.
try to say
And
anything
then-
I say.
Let me finish.
Because you do not represent anything.
Please control
The
yourself.
thoughts of Ali are not representative of Damian
control-
Perryman.
Please control
Hey,
yourself.
hey, Damien,
You getting disrespectful.
hey,
at this
Damien,
point.
forget the
You starting to
person and
disrespectful.
focus
Please
on the
control yourself.
message. Didn't you say to focus on the message? Focus on the message.
No, but
I'm
he's
let-
trying to
Don't
relay
start
my
with-
I'm
message.
letting you finish your
Damien,
argument.
focus on the message.
I rebutted. Hold on. I rebutted what I don't believe in you. I let you finish. Let the people finish their arguments. Stop cutting people off, man. Show some respect. You
I'm
are
Team
basically
Damien
telling
for the
people
first
spend
time,
money to
actually.
control her. Don't spend money when you can't control her. You're not saying what she has to do what she has to do for him, or if she has to love you. There's nothing she's doing for you yet. All you're saying, hey brother, only spend if you're in control, but don't spend if you're not in control. You still tricking. So if I produce, that's why that red pill talking point gotta die. Hey fam,
That's the problem.
you can't get women unless you got bread, fam. You can't get the pick of the litter unless you got bread, fam. That's not
That's
tricking
true,
though.
though.
It's tricking. You have to produce yourself. You have to become established. You have to get a nice house. You have to get a nice car. You have to be a man that has a reputation, and then a woman will date you. You a trick.
Yeah.
But if she loves you for who you are, let me finish. Before all of that, before all those assets, hey, yo, I love who this dude is. I love that he's an orderly man. I love that he's a righteous man. I love that he's a good man. Hey, this is the dude I want to be when I want to invest with him. Oh, shoot, he came up. Then we know. That's why all of us say, hey, JB, the woman you know loved you the most is when you had the least, and she built with you. Not after you get to the finish line, you built up. Hey, girl, you know JB? Hey, girl, you know Mark, you know Fatty? Oh, I got to get with him because other women want him. It has nothing to do with who the person is. So all he said was spend money, but make sure you're in control.
Okay.
Don't.
I actually disagree with Ali on this point a little bit, right? Because at the end of the day, when you find a woman, she's going to like something about you. She may like you because you're tall, even if you're broke. She may like you because you got money. She may like you because you're funny. She may like you because you got muscles. She may like you because you got all your hair, bald like me. She may like you because you dress well. She may like something about you, right? So that's the foundation. The foundation is when you meet a woman, if she's going to be with you, she likes something about you. It just so happens that majority of women, the number one thing they're going to like about a man is his money, because they see that you're going to provide for them. So as a man, it's really better to just know that very few women are going to like you for you. Like, if it was that easy, then all the homeless men would have women. But guess what? They don't. The women they have are the homeless women as well. But those homeless women usually like them for something, because they give them drugs, they give them weed, they give them something to eat. At the end of the day, no woman is just going to like you for you. So when people say you should find a woman who's going to like you for you, what they don't say is, what is that for you? That for you, are you tall? Are you funny? Whatever she claims she likes about you, but it's not money. If it goes away, she will stop liking you. That's just human nature.
Spend money and don't be in control, because if I'm not telling the truth, Damien, how did you get in control in the first place?
Okay. Let me. All right.
And then we go to the ladies after y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. You have the rare and just unique talent that totally
Nope. We talk about the argument.
He literally said, not people, just message. Now he's talking about.
They kicks him out. Come on, guys, bring Damien back. They kick him out.
Follow your words, Damien.
Like I say,
talk about the argument. Don't talk about.
They kicked him out, man. For the first time, I'm Team Damien. Fadi and Ali are wrong. I'm Team Damien for the first time.
This is like I said. I guess
you ain't saying that. Talk about the argument.
No. Hold on. I'm scared to make too much sense because Patty's gonna drop me.
No, right. I will drop you. If you don't just talk about the argument, stop being in your emotions and talk about
don't
people.
Don't be a pussy and run from.
I'm gonna drop again.
You know what's funny? Like, hey Damien,
he the only one doing that homonyms. Everybody else,
Ali,
fantastic, Fatty, me, everybody talk about the argument.
Hey Damien, you are listening to your own words.
This guy heated just because we're talking about tricks.
At some point you said, please, you said it to JB, listen to what I'm saying. Don't listen to the messenger, listening to the message. Every time you get the chance to talk about the message, you throw a personal jab before you actually talk about the message. Focus on the message and everybody leaves you alone. Just focus on the message.
All I'm saying is this, dude. I'm gonna have a conversation with JB because y'all have y'all personal animation. It's gonna be weirdo shit.
You having a conversation with us. You having a conversation with us.
I'll have a conversation with
JB. Stop being in your emotions. Stop making it personal and have the conversation.
You guys are pulling me down.
Because you're making it personal. Because you're making it personal. Talk about the information.
Okay.
Every time you talk over people without rebuttal the information.
Or we can all make
I apologize if I'm making it personal and it's affecting you. I apologize.
No, you good. We're good. Let's go.
Okay. All right. If I'm making it personal. Now that's not in your feeling.
That wasn't me.
Biggest hypocrites on the pack. All right, whatever. All I'm saying, I'll have it. All right. To reiterate, I don't know how many times it is like I never said you had to have money and to spend, to outspend and much call. I never said any of that bullshit. We were talking about the context. This whole thing came up. Fatty put up a video, a clip of somebody saying he's not a man if you don't spend this money. I said, well, if you're going to be a guy who spends money, not you need to spend money. If you're going to be that guy who spends money, I won't respect you if you are not in control of the value that you're getting. There's nothing that you can pull back in anything where I said,
yeah, I'm sorry.
what's called? There's nothing I said throughout this whole entire stream where I said you have to have money, make money, you have to trick, you have to spend money, you have to outspend the next man, you have to do anything. I didn't say any of that stuff because I don't believe that's true because I was successful and I didn't spend a lot of money when I was out there. So I don't believe you got to be a rich dude and outspend the next money. So I would never say that.
You don't have to be a rich dude, but unfortunately, every man spends money at some point. Maybe in the beginning, she wants the 4 for 4, right? Maybe in the beginning, she wants the McDonald's. Maybe in the beginning, she's okay with you taking her to Dunkin' Donuts. You get a $5 coffee and 2 donuts for her. Maybe in the beginning, she's okay with that. But if you tell me in 10 years, she's still going to be okay with you taking her to Dunkin' Donuts, the only way that's going to work if both of you are homeless. That way she doesn't have all these expectations. But human nature literally tells you, you're going to want more, she's going to want more. It's just what it is, man. I'm just glad I don't live in this delusional line to think that I'm just going to find a woman who's going to be okay with me whatever point I'm at. Now, I can make a logical decision, to realize that that's how women are, so I don't invest my feelings. But at the end of the day, it's better as a man to know that every woman you meet, maybe she doesn't want your money now, but eventually she's going to want you to make some money and she's going to want nice things.
What I'm saying is, like, if you're going to be that guy, listen real quick, closely. If you're going to be the guy who spends money, make sure you're getting the value that you want to extract from that situation.
I agree.
I'm not, like I said, read again. I'm not saying be that guy.
Get what you pay for.
If you're going to be that guy.
You're saying get what you pay for.
Now who's interrupting?
Y'all,
now who's interrupting, brother?
I concede I interrupted you, but are you saying get what you pay for, brother?
Fatty, are you gonna pump him down? That's your boy. I know you're not. That's
I apologize.
Wait. Hey, respectfully, I didn't drop
You're not gonna do it.
No.
Rules for these.
Hey, Damien. You are not going to pin us against each other because I didn't drop you once.
Or whoever.
Do you see how you make assumptions? I didn't drop you once. It was Ali and you. I didn't drop you once.
So Ali dropped me down twice. Surprise.
If you're being disrespectful, I'm not disrespectful.
Hey, 1 second. This is Damien. This is getting dangerous.
All right, man. That's the video. I will try to see if, because I was hoping the ladies come in, but I guess they didn't come in. But I'm with Damien, man. As a man, at some point, you're going to pay. I don't care if you're going to pay $2. I don't care if you're going to pay $10. I don't care if you're going to pay $200. I don't care if you're going to pay $200 million. At some point, if you're going to be dating a woman long term, if you're going to be dating a woman for more than a day, you're going to pay eventually. Whether in 5 years, whether in 10 years, but eventually you're going to pay. That's it. That's it. Take it out as you like it, But shout out to Fadi, shout out to Ali. So let me go to the next video. We're gonna go to Jason Derulo, man. He's saying he's not gonna work with women anymore because of false accusations.
There's a lawsuit not too long ago by an artist that was like hired to your label that was dismissed
twice.
What did you learn going through that?
Never work with women.
Oh, come on.
There's truth in every joke. But it's a sad truth. Like, I will never be alone in a room with a woman that I work with, like ever again.
Why?
It's too risky. That case was dismissed twice in 2 different states. And there's hardly no mention of it online. When that case was brought up, it was on every single blog, every single front page. And I lost so many brand deals, relationships off of a story that was not even slightly believable. She said I sacrificed a goat in a sexual ritual. All people read was the headline, right? And that's all it takes to lose everything.
Because for a man, once you're accused by a woman, you are guilty until proven innocent. And by the time you're proven innocent, you've lost everything and nothing happens to her. Until something starts happening, until these women start going to jail, more women will still keep going against these rich guys. Unfortunately, sad, crazy how it sounds, it's just going to keep happening.
That's a crazy concept. I lost millions of dollars off of an arbitrary story that some woman told. Like a crazy, crazy story that some woman told. So, with that being said, how can I be comfortable being in a room with a woman that I work with?
I know, and you know what's funny? Women usually come out and support these women. Believe all women. Oh, she's the victim, even without evidence. But as soon as, like he said, 2 lawsuits dismissed, they never come out to hold these women accountable. So guess what? More women keep doing it. Because, you know, he has money. So one of the reasons maybe he probably got the case dismissed. Money, good lawyers, things like that. Obviously, no evidence, right? But the thing is, if they come for me, I don't have his type of money. I would just lose everything, literally. But he can bounce back. He can make songs and things like that. But that, for me, I'm more worried about the average guy. There's so many men in prison right now with no evidence. But because they didn't have the money, they didn't have the lawyer, you know, they didn't have anyone to support them. There's so many men in jail because of false accusations. But even in his case, even if they find out that the woman was lying, he can't even sue her because even if they told her to pay him, she doesn't have the money. So it's like a lose-lose situation. Because I know some of you guys are going to be talking about he should sue her. But even if he did, he lost millions of money. She doesn't have the money to pay him.
And not feel like she can just say whatever she wants. It's like, it's not worth it to me.
When you're in that and losing millions of dollars in brand deals, how are you figuring out how to navigate that?
Man, it's really less about the money.
Like the brand.
The money, man. Like, I have one name that I work so hard to stay clean and stay clean cut.
And stylish for
And then like somebody can just say, like you can just say anything.
And they believe
That's the world we live in. You can just say anything and people take it as gospel. Why was it that those same blogs, those same pages, why didn't they post a dismissal at least?
Because they like drama. They love drama. The shared rooms and all those gossip blogs that they know women follow, especially black women. I'm going to say black women because he's a black man. If you post some gossip about a man, that's it. They take it. They get more engagement. But they can never post that the woman was lying. For example, you guys remember this brick lady? She's in jail right now because she lied that a black man hit her with a brick and things like that. And they find out she was lying. She stole people's money on GoFundMe. So she's now in jail. But no blog posted it. But when she came out and said a black man hit her with a brick, every blog was posting it. But when she went to jail, no blog posted it. Shadroom didn't post it. But when she first came out, Shadroom posted like every single day. Oh, they black women are not protected. Black men hate black women. They're attacking black women. But they don't post when things don't go a woman's way. You know what that happens? You know what that makes other women do? They believe, let me just keep lying on men who have money, rich men especially. They target these kinds of guys because they know the least they can do is lose the case. And usually lawyers who take up cases like this against rich guys, they don't even ask these women for money because they look at it like if we win like $10 million, they take 30% and then they give the woman the rest. So usually they don't even charge the women. So women don't lose anything at the end of the day. At the worst, the case just goes away.
Wouldn't that be fair? If you posted
because
the
that's
headline,
not going to get the clicks.
The clicks, yeah.
That's so, bro. It's so terrible. So it's like people don't talk about the hardships of men, but it's a really, really tough place to be in. Especially like when you have something to lose. Like it's a really, really tough place to be in. We talked about
especially
my
rich
past
men.
relationships and them saying things about me that I haven't responded to. We talked about lawsuits that I haven't really been able to respond to. I really want to respond to the blogs, if you want to be honest. I want to tell them, like, what the is wrong with y'all? Like, after all of these years,
like drama.
like that I've done, it's been places that I've done interviews with, and like I've just been so kind and like generous with my time. And then they post that, then you don't post the dismissal. It got dismissed twice. You ain't post the second one. You didn't post the first one. Damn. Like,
because they don't care. They don't care about hurting him. They don't care about him going away. The way they look at it is like, okay, we'll get clicks from the women. We'll get the women, the feminists, to give us the views and the clicks. You know, advertisement comes into that, but also it creates a bigger division between black women and black men, because look at it in this way. He literally said he's never going to work with women again. He's never going to. He got money, so all the women who are willing to, who wanted a chance to work with Jason Derulo, they're never going to have the chance. Now it even goes beyond that, because even if a man like me and the men who see this, who are rich men, are going to be thinking twice about working with women, because this has happened so many times. It's not the first, and it's probably never going to be the last man who gets falsely accused. Because as a rich man like him, all it takes is for him to be with a woman in a room with nobody else. Even if it's an office, nothing happens. All she has to say is, he did something to me, and the whole world will believe him. Will believe the woman, and then he will lose all his endorsement deals and lose so much money. Crazy times we live in. So guys, you gotta be careful, man. But shout out to Jason Derulo. I like his music. So all right, let's go to the next video. We're gonna go to Daily Wrap Up Crew. All right, let's go.
Right. Do men have a right to say what a real woman is?
Yes.
I think everybody got right to freedom of speech.
Yeah.
The same way.
Right.
If I feel like I know what a real man is out of my experience of the men that I've seen, you know, whether it be growing up, my father, or whatever it be, I have a right to say what I personally feel like a real man is for me. And I feel like a man does too. Everybody's definition of what a real woman or what a real man is may not be the same, because it all depends on how you were brought up and who you were brought up around. You know what I'm saying? For some people, money might be the biggest thing. And, you know, taking care of their family financially might be the biggest thing to them to make somebody a real man. For me personally, that's not one of the things. So everybody is different, you know?
How you feel about this?
I just feel like everybody's different. So like based on how you, like she said, based on how you raised, I was raised by a single mother who showed me like, listen.
You raised by a single mother, you said?
Yeah, I was raised by a single mom. Why you say that?
No,
why you say
No shade all over his face. He's about to say that's why you.
Please continue.
Nah, listen.
That's why.
Listen, so I learned a lot about women, men. I learned a lot about marriage growing up, like, and I seen a lot.
How did you learn about marriage if you grew up with a single mom? That literally doesn't make any sense. I can guarantee you she didn't learn anything positive about marriage.
Like, and my mom didn't necessarily bring me around everybody she dated, but when she did and she was serious about them, the first red flag, like, it didn't take much for her to be like, listen, my worth is way more than what you providing for me.
Right.
I told you, nothing positive. There's no way you grew up with a single mom and you learned anything positive about relationship. It's going to be, oh, don't date him. He should do this for you. A real man does ABCD. How can you know what a real man is when your mama didn't have a real man? That doesn't make sense.
It's time for me to see my way out. So I seen that, and that's how I, that's how I developed, my relationships with people. It's just based off of what you was raised like. Some people was raised off of, I was raised on love. I was raised on love. Like, some people was raised on violence. Like, some people seen their mom get their ass beat. Like, I never seen that. So, like, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, like, I look at it differently than everybody else.
You do understand that could be a benefit and a detriment at the same time as well, right? Because
it's gonna be a detriment. It's gonna be a disadvantage the whole time because you didn't see your mama with a man the whole time, so you don't know the advantage, you don't know the benefit, you don't know the importance of having a man with you the whole time, building with a man because you didn't see your mama doing it. So guess what? Most times we learn things from home.
Block my blessings sometimes, but then sometimes I know when to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I see my way out before I see the blessings in it.
Yeah.
And then some
See, she's saying she leaves. Guess where she learned leaving relationships quickly from? From her mama, because she never saw her mama stay down with one man for a long period of time.
times I might leave right in time before I see my downfall. And I've been in relationships where I really see my downfall. I seen me as a person change, my
She's
personality
negative.
change. I seen somebody take over parts of me that I didn't even see coming. I burnt bridges with people that I never thought I'd burn bridges with, like based off of a relationship. So I experienced a lot of it. So I see different sides of it, but I also see how I was raised and see like I don't put up with certain things. You know what I'm saying?
I can appreciate you holding.
Yeah, so everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everybody's not raised the same. Like I've been in a relationship with somebody that wasn't raised on love. And I've seen it like, dang, like you really react in a certain way. I wasn't reacting.
And do they hate men?
No, so
I'm just asking a question.
So
And that's why you said.
So listen, I've been like I said, I've been in different relationship with different type of people. Like my first relationship, she remember my first relationship. He was more of like a street dude, like type thing.
Okay. They love to guys.
So I learned from that. Like then I dated somebody that was quiet, but come to find out he was sneaky. Like I did, like you know. So I experienced different. But with the
she's trauma bondings from street dudes to normal guys to being raised by a single mom. So much trauma, man. So by the time she gets to a real man, you know the type of real man, whatever definition she thinks a real man is. By the time she gets to a good man, she won't know what to do with him because she has so much trauma.
The person that wasn't raised on love, like what we was talking about, going back to the topic, the person that wasn't raised on love that I dated, I've seen it because they watched me burn my bridges with people. Literally, like they put me in certain positions where other people look at me differently. And so it burned my bridges with those people. And I seen like, okay, you don't got nothing to live for. You don't got people to make proud. You don't got people that's happy to see you winning. So you want to bring me down to that level. So that's why I was saying like certain people is raised on survival. She was raised more on survival. Like, oh, I gotta finesse this person to get what I want. I gotta go behind this person back to get what I want. And it's different from me. Like, I want to do for you because out the kindness of my heart, because I really care about you. So.
Okay. What's your thoughts? Are men allowed to say what a real woman is?
I feel like yeah, because like they both said, everyone have their own experiences, you know, like that's like me saying, oh, I know what a real man like. You feel me? Like a real man gonna do this and that. And in a man's perspective, if he ever came across a real ass female, he gonna know. Like, say you came across a real ass female, y'all broke up or whatever. Now your standards are way higher than it was before you dated this real ass female, because it's like now you know what this female is like. You know what a real ass female is, a loyal female. So now it's like you're not lowering your expectations or standards to go stoop down to somebody level that you don't really fuck with. Like you gonna fuck with somebody that you feel is real, and you know somebody that's gonna be fake because you dealt with a real female before. You feel me? So I feel like everybody have their own perspectives when it comes to their opinion. Just like they said, it's freedom of speech. Like females might think a real nigga gonna go outside, trap, this and that, disrespect them, this and that. And I might think a real nigga gonna sit there, provide, put me on, we could get money together. Like I'm safe in the room with you. I don't gotta worry about nothing. You feel me? Like I'm protected, you provide, this and that, we 50-50. Some females don't think like that. Like me, and then dudes don't think like you. So everybody got their own perspectives.
So in other words, what a real man is to a woman depends on every woman. Because you guys, we all know a real man is a phrase women use so much. and they only use it when they don't like a man who has standards. They only use it when they don't like what a man is doing, and they only use it to say things men should do for them, right? But they never talk about what a real woman is. Oh no. They know what a real man should be, what a real man should do, even if they've never had a father in the house. And you're asking yourself, how do they learn what a real man does? They know everything what a real man should do. A real man should accept my kids. A real man shouldn't care about body count. A real man should take me to $1,000 first dinner date. A real man should accept me making him wait for sex for 100 years. A real man should do ABCD. But they never mention what a real woman does. Guys, I'm betting $20. Anybody put it in the comments if you've ever heard a woman describe what a real woman does. 5 things a real woman does. I've never heard of it.
Would you say a man who says a real woman is X, Y, and Z, do you think they only say that about women when it's only beneficial to a man?
No.
Okay.
No, it's real niggas out here. And
Okay.
it's real bitches out here.
Okay, that's interesting. Because when we often hear a real man is X, Y, and Z, it's usually something that only ever benefits a woman. It don't.
And that's
you know what I mean?
because
A
you
real man
know-
will pay all my bills and shut
You
the
know
fuck
why
up.
that
A
is?
real man will do whatever the fuck I say.
You know
A
why
real
that is,
man,
right?
You know.
That's not a real ass woman. Because no woman, me personally, I'm sorry. And you guys, any dude I ever dealt with, I never sat there and depend on no man. Like, even when it comes to certain shit getting done for me, oh, let me do this, let me do that. Nah, I got this. But when I do need it, hold me down. But right now, I don't need it. I'm good. And if a female think like
That's
that,
what all
you only
women
fuck
say.
with a nigga because you want something out of him or because you see that he can provide for you. But when you're like, and this is when they come back into alpha female. When you're an alpha female, not that you don't need a man, you feel me? Because everybody needs somebody. A man
Alpha female, in other words, I'm masculine as fuck. Oh my god.
secure shit. You feel me? Compared to females, they think off emotions. A man gonna think logically before a female would think logically.
I said that earlier.
Male or female, you gotta show up for yourself.
No, I
Like,
was
you have
trying to
show up
talk
for
before
yourself.
earlier, right? And that's what I'm saying when it comes to alpha females. So basically, you gotta show up before yourself before you can sit there and depend on anybody else. Because if a nigga sit there and depend on me, I don't even want to fuck with you. Cause I come with my own, just like she said, I come with my own shit. Like just match my energy, match my vibe. And
You know
like,
what you
we'll
sound
be
like right
good.
now?
What?
You sound like an adult.
I mean, I just have a lot of experiences.
You shouldn't get no accolades for being an adult. You're an adult.
No,
Like
you shouldn't get no accolades.
because I hate
But
when
you
women
always
brag.
gotta show up
I
for
hate when women
yourself.
brag about being a responsible and adult. Like you're just living in society.
thing,
But we don't say I'm an independent
Yes,
nigga.
y'all do. Y'all be like, y'all don't know what I go through every day.
Look, listen,
That's
if I
different
do
from
what I do,
that's
know
different
what
from,
it is to be
that's different
me.
from telling the world I'm a strong, independent man who don't need nobody. Like men don't go around talking.
I got my
like that.
degrees. I got my
No, we
car.
gotta be an adult. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna pat us on the back for taking care of our own responsibilities as a functioning adult. Like that's it. Like
and
They usually say, as you should. You're a man, you should, as you should. That's why they usually scream.
and you're unrealistic. That's what you are because you're
I'm unrealistic.
Yes, you're unrealistic
How?
because that's obviously from your opinion, and I see it like I dead see it all in your eyes. Like you really like, and it's fine, it's cool. Like we in an open
She can
space.
see it, nigga.
If you really like, if you've been through some shit with a female, that's fine. If you don't trust female, that's fine. But you also have to understand
That's not
this
what
is
it
everyone's
said.
opinion, right? So you had some fucked up experience, and not
Wait,
saying
why'd you come? Why'd you come to that conclusion? Because I said you're an adult.
no, because you said that women women be like, oh, I don't need nobody, this, and that. And that's basically of females you came across, or obviously females that's been on your podcast. Not all females think like that. And that's why you feel away when I spoke on a female being an alpha female, because you have your own perspective of how
There is no such thing as an alpha female. That's literally a masculine woman. Why does every woman who takes care of herself, pays her own bills, claim she's an alpha female? You're just a functioning adult. That's what you should be doing. Now, until you get married and you're lucky enough to get married and lucky enough to get married to a man who's willing to pay all your bills, until then, you're just a functioning adult. I hate when women call themselves alpha females. And she talks like an alpha masculine female, honestly.
you're used to females coming around you be.
I don't believe in
It's
alpha
okay.
females. Like That doesn't exist to me. Like,
Why?
That's because that's a masculine woman.
It's not a masculine woman.
is.
It's a woman that stand
It
on her
is.
shit and that
That's an adult.
allow
Then that's an adult.
that allow her
What
man
is an alpha?
to be
An
here.
alpha is an alpha. Come on. My mom is married. My mom is married. Yes, but she would never say she's an alpha female. She would never
What
say
is
she's a
an
masculine
alpha?
female.
Tell me what
She
an
wouldn't say
alpha
none of these terms that y'all use to describe yourselves as an adult.
Can we
An
look up
is
alpha?
a masculine energy. That's why y'all
No, it's not.
look for alpha men.
An alpha
That's why I want to
is
date
the
alpha
leader.
men.
An alpha
Yeah, and
is
the
the
leader,
leader of the
and who's
pack.
normally you want a man to lead you, right?
Okay, so
We
one
can
Wait,
lead
come on.
together.
Do you want a man to lead
See,
you?
I told you we can lead together. I knew she was masculine from the jump, and you know she seems like a nice lady. For those of you like the red bone or the light skinned, right? But her energy, I mean, the tattoos I did give away, but her energy is just, I don't know. It's too much for me. I wouldn't. Some of you guys like this, so I guess I shouldn't talk too much shit. Cause some of you guys, this is your favorite. You don't like the nice, soft-spoken, quiet, kind, easygoing women. Some of you like this, and I know some of you guys. I see you guys in the chat. Some of you guys like this type of woman.
Lead together.
Together. At the end of the day, if you're a man, and we could just say, just to throw it out there, you're an alpha man and I'm an alpha woman. Will we not just be compatible together and we both
gonna
running
bump
shit?
heads.
Nah.
Bump heads.
We gonna bump heads because you don't know how to fucking stay in your place.
No, because alphas they are disagreeable. Like what? Like what?
Oh my god.
She is
I said
out
what I
here.
said.
Oh
You
my
know
God.
why?
Yeah.
You know why?
You got the definition for you right here.
Please let me
That's
know.
a fact.
This is dictionary.com, by the way, okay? It says being the most dominant, powerful, and assertive person in a particular group. Sometimes disparaging, being or relating to a man who is perceived to be assertive,
This is what we do.
successful,
We deal
or
with facts,
sexually
not
dominant.
feelings over here. I promise you.
Okay,
Like, I'm saying,
relating to.
So
look, if you had to be the head of your household, say you, like, I'm not saying this is my story because it's not, but say a woman, she has kids, and she's
was an
the
adult.
head of the household.
Like
she
you
wouldn't be
said.
the alpha female?
No, she's an adult. She's a woman.
No,
she's
she's
a,
an
you be the head of the household. Yes, technically by
But I feel like alpha and adult, y'all not making like y'all being unrealistic. Like
That's
get
very real.
Get out the closed mind era. When you have an open mindset and understand things from this perspective and that perspective, it makes things so much easier instead of taking everything personal.
But how many alpha relationships do you know that's successful?
Stay in your place is not to say stay in your place like you're a child.
Or you got me fucked
Stay in
up.
your place because if both of us are
if a man said that to you, how would you feel?
I'm gonna feel like, oh shit, let me just stay in my fucking place.
Okay, I'm
You
shut
should,
the fuck
'cause you're not
up.
an
What are we
alpha.
talking about? No, it's not because I'm not an alpha.
That is because you're not
if I'm
alpha.
dealing with
Because
the
the alpha's not taking that.
No, that's not a fact. You don't understand what it is to be an alpha.
No alpha man is gonna let you tell him to stay in his place. Because just unless you guys are going 50-50 on bills, then he might stay in his place. But if you're with a man in his own house, he pays the rent, he pays the bills, and you tell him to stay in his place, he's gonna kick you out. Now, if you're married, now that's a different game plan. Then you got the family court on your side. But she's saying when she tells a man to stay in his place, he should stay in his place. I probably should believe her because some guys, like I said, some guys like this kind of woman. You know, pretty face, slim. So some guys like that. So whatever she says, maybe that's her life experience that she has been telling men to stay in their place, and they already stay in their place. But I also wouldn't be surprised that she's single because it doesn't work long term. No man is gonna be willing to listen to a woman tell him to stay in his place for 5, 10, 15 years. Now, if she's paying the bills, okay. But if he has his own money, he's never going to take that shit long term.
Because you're not an adult yet.
No, and then to come in and like I said, to come in and then to have a man that overpowers you, because that's what most alpha
If
females
you can be
want.
overpowered, you are not a alpha.
No, but you can.
No, see,
you can be.
And
The thing is that's what these women
Right.
want. They want when people when females are so dominant and everything like that, they want somebody that can dominate them.
Right, because y'all are not supposed to be alpha.
And
Y'all
they
Y'all
are
are not
supposed to be
we're
dominating. Somebody's
talking about
supposed to come take that load off you. A alpha is supposed to come take that off of you.
Which that's fine, but guess what? We could
What?
take that load off each other by both being alphas. When we unite,
That's the thing, but
we create bigger
they
things
don't
when we
want to be
unite.
equal.
Yeah, no, you want to feel like you the man. Like, nah, I got this bitch under control.
But I
This
am.
and that. How
No,
about look
I want to
like
feel like I'm leading
we
my
do this shit.
family. That's what a
And
man's
it's
supposed to
fine.
do.
And it's
We talk
okay.
about if we talk about the Bible, right? What they say, the man is supposed to lead the house, right?
The man is the head.
What the Bible say about
The
alpha
woman's the
women?
neck. You talking about
Nothing.
hell now? What the Bible say?
Gonna
What
lead
the
them
Bible
straight
say?
to hell.
What the Bible say? What the
Gonna lead
Bible
them
say?
straight to
Who going straight to
hell.
hell? Oh, y'all alpha women. Y'all going straight to hell.
They're
Oh, y'all
masculine.
alpha women going straight to hell.
Yeah,
Not even
like I said,
remotely.
I think y'all can identify however y'all want. I'm just saying, normally two alphas are going, even in the animal kingdom, two alphas are
Of
going
course.
to bump heads.
Identify as an alpha female. That's not
Oh, that's
something
fair.
that I say out
But-
of my mouth, but that's what we're talking about right
But
now.
that's understandable.
Right.
And me you not being an alpha female, I'm not going to look at you at any lesser of a woman. The thing is, women think if they're not an alpha female, then somehow in society we look at them as weak or docile and they can't do nothing. That's not what we're saying. All we're trying to say is two alphas. It don't matter if they're in the same sex relationship, opposite sex relationship. They're going to bump heads, and they normally don't make for long-term successful relationships. That's just how it works.
Right. But when they do,
It's not ego, it's just
it's a whole different. It's a greater storm.
That's why there's energies. That's why we got the feminine and the masculine energy.
But
The
if you're
good and the
alpha, you gonna
bad.
be like,
The yin and the yang.
listen to
That's
me.
why. That's
I
why we
just
have
feel
opposites.
like I compare myself to alpha female because I am the oldest out of 13 siblings. Like you feel me? My parents they had their own experience. You feel me? And I got mainly boys, so my brothers follow off my lead because I'm the oldest sibling. They're not used to following off anyone else's lead. They're not used to mom, dad doing this and that, or mom, dad doing this and that for them. I'm the person that my brothers come to, that they look up to, that lead, they follow. So if I fuck up, they all gonna fall because they're watching me, they're paying attention to me. I'm the one that's leading for them. You feel me? And it has nothing to do with gender. It's just the just being real and realistic. Like, so they're used to me doing my own shit. I didn't depend on no parents. No. I've been working since I've been 11. I'm 25 now. You feel me? I've been doing like shit by myself. So I compare myself to an alpha female because I get shit done. Even if I got
you have
struggle.
great leadership qualities.
Right, exactly. And I got people that look up to me, even people that I don't even know. Like, I'm in college, it's people that come up to me like, yo, Sahara, like, we don't know what you're doing, but I want what you got and this and that. And I tell them, you don't want what I got. You want to.
She talks a good game, but it's all bullshit. I'm calling cap. You know why? Because all these women who call themselves alpha females, who call themselves independent, BS like that, boss ass bitches, at the end of the day, they all want a man to pay their bills. So until all women as a collective stop saying, I'm a boss, but I want a man to pay I want a real man to pay my bills. Until they all say that, then we will believe them. But just because she's talking a good game, I'm alpha female, I got my own, blah, blah. Yeah, you got your own because you got no man. Until you've been with a man for 10 years and both of you are going 50-50, then I can believe you that, you know what? You're alpha female, you pay your own bills, you got your shit. But all these women who scream alpha female, independent, boss, bitch, blah, 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 blase, they all want a man to pay their bills. And if you don't, they're going to call you gay. They're going to call you feminine. They're going to call you weak. They're going to say men these days want to be like women and things like that. So I don't believe anything she's saying.
Be better than me off the simple fact is you don't know what shoes I had to walk in. So when I say alpha, it's not me trying to be dominant or this and that. It's just me at a moment in life where I am the dominant person in my circle, in my family, and it's okay. And I do have men that come into my life and I'm able to be submissive to. Like, I'm able to listen to. But like I said, if you don't make me feel safe and secure, I can't follow your lead. I can follow directions. I will follow your lead. But if you don't make me, if you give me advice and you don't take your own advice, I can't follow you. I can't follow your lead.
But that right there shows that you wouldn't be the alpha in a relationship.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I said at this moment in my life, I am the alpha female in my circle.
Why do you have to be alpha? Why can't you just be a
and I feel like what
also, which man is gonna come in to try to be alpha with her or to lead her? The same way women don't want to meet a man and build him up. They want a man who's a finished product. In other words, you got your stable career, you have everything going on. Because women don't want to build with you when you're broke. No, they want you finished. They want you stable, like they call it, right? They don't want you making the money ahead of time. So why should a man also come in and try to dominate over your alpha energy? Why shouldn't he find you already submissive and feminine? Why should a man come in and have to deal with you being dominant, and then it's like on and off switch of femininity? In other words, let me make you feel something and then you can submit. Because the truth is, relationships are not straight lines. If I make her feel good today, she's gonna submit. What if tomorrow I don't make her feel the same way? Then she won't submit. You see what I mean? It's like all conditional.
Doing, I feel like, I feel like you're taking the word too offensive.
We're not taking it.
Like,
Using a definition that he
yeah, no.
The definition, y'all want to change it up.
Like, how would you describe?
That's like dominant. Me saying I'm dominant, you're
an
dominant.
adult woman.
He would call you.
It's the same shit. I feel like adult woman is like,
So what's an adult man?
Adult man?
Yeah, what's an adult man?
But real
I
quick,
think
this is
that
how
you talking about something that is like that is supposed to be obvious to the population, but a lot of people, it's not. This is not obvious to them.
Right.
A
So
lot of people,
when we try to educate you, why are you still pushing? I just read it off of dictionary.com. It says
it's not you educating a.
No, wait, no, I'm being serious. No, I'm that serious because I just didn't know what you was talking about. Because you was talking to her about that.
About what? Yeah.
Okay.
I was talking to everybody.
Yeah, he read the definition.
I read the definition of alpha.
Okay. All right. No.
I think sometimes when we get lost in this because, all right, for example, on this show, and I get you women are different. I get that. But on the show, a lot of times, or even on social media, a lot of women will complain about men not being in their masculine. They often refer to them as being feminine, as being sassy. So we understand those types of energies, and that quality of men is unattractive to most women. Like, this is why y'all call them sassy. Y'all saying they're not real men anymore. They're not as masculine as our grandfathers used to be. So we understand how we are attracted to masculine or feminine energy. Men are saying we are attracted to feminine energy, not alpha woman, man, masculine energy, not a woman who we had to work as a man, successful man who had to build himself up to make himself something in the society.
Right.
You think he's going to gravitate towards a woman who he has to break down her walls, or he's going to gravitate towards a woman who already has her walls built and she's already in her feminine?
Respectfully, you're right. I'm going to like...
Exactly. No man who has a shit going on is going to want to come deal with an alpha female. The same way she wants him already prepackaged and ready to go. He has his career. He's masculine. He's a leader. The same guy is going to want you to be feminine and submissive, ready to go. Not conditional submissiveness and femininity when you want it to be.
Me, as and where I am, I'm gonna gravitate towards somebody that I know like that's gonna check me. Like, and that's fine because that's when the feminine energy come out. Like, you gotta know.
Why do I have to check you? The same way I don't expect you to tell me to go make money to provide for you. Why should I have to check you? Ladies, like, seriously. Why should I have to come home to check you every single fucking day? To check you, why? Seriously, why don't you just be feminine and nice? If you have something wrong, just talk to me like an adult. The same way I don't expect you to tell me, baby, get up, go make some money. Like, that's crazy. Why do we have to check you? They usually say, you can't handle me. Why should I have to handle you? Seriously, why? Why don't you just be nice, feminine, and ready to go? Outgoing, like easygoing, friendly, nice, kind. Why is that so hard?
When to use your dominant and feminine energy in certain rooms. It's not like you just like, I'm fucking with a nigga. I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, no dude wants a female that act like a nigga. Like, I got my ways, but when I'm with my dude, I'm not gonna act like that. When I'm with my bitches, you gonna see me act dominant because I'm protecting all my bitches around me. You feel me? Like, I'm not.
I think she's saying it's a time and place for everything.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so that's fair.
And I say a man, when she feel like she's in her single era where she doesn't have like that man to come in and be dominant.
That's dumb.
She's saying she feels like she got a lot of shoes to fill. Like, listen, I got to be the big sister. I got to be the provider. I got to go to school. I got to go to work. I got to cook. I got to clean. Like, it kind of get to the point where we be like, damn, I'm the alpha man. I'm the man. Like,
and that's how I feel.
It's a feeling. We're not saying that
this is actual.
It's a feeling like, damn, I got to take off my position.
I think the disconnect is we don't understand why women feel like they gotta describe themselves as a man to survive.
No, we're
You
not
could be a woman,
describing
and everything you just named, that's my mom.
women and
Why?
men do
She's
it.
not an alpha.
Men and women if you call your mom right now, Mom, do you consider yourself an alpha female? Ask her what she said.
She wouldn't say.
I don't want to be
You
alpha.
want me to call my mom right now?
She not gonna know what the fuck that is. That's how insane.
Yeah, these days women just want to be like men. They want men to stay men, but they also want to be like men. When a man tries to be like a woman, they call you sassy. Matter of fact, they will call you sassy and gay for just having standards. For example, if I say to this woman in her face that I don't want to deal with her because she's a masculine woman, she's too aggressive, she has condition of femininity, she would probably call me sassy and gay. But she expects me to be a man. Just by having standards, she will call me all sorts of names. But if I dare try to tell her that she's masculine, she will see an issue with that. I mean, the double standards of dating these days, it's crazy. But what do you guys think about that, man? Crazy dating. So shout out to you guys who love toxic women, masculine women, because I know the moment they're red born and they look good. She's in shape, so she has a lot going for herself. She's in shape. So she's better than the 400-pound masculine woman out here, right? So some of you guys will be okay with this, but the energy, man, the energy is just off. But some of you guys like it. So good luck. So shout out to Daily Wrap Up crew. Link down below. So don't forget to subscribe, like. Till next time. Peace.